Hi, I'm Lisa, and welcome back to my Fat React series, where we're going to be reacting to different aspects of health culture. This includes the fat acceptance community, the fitness community, as well as popular health and beauty trends. So we've talked about this a lot recently, but so many fat influencers, and fat celebrities for that matter, are losing weight. Whether they're doing it naturally through diet and exercise, or they're on Ozempic, they're doing it. And fat acceptance is annoyed. They are salty. They are as salty as the Mediterranean. So I wanted to check out some of their takes, and believe it or not everybody actually agrees. Let's watch.
I'm going to take the heat since no one else will, and I'll talk about this. The fact that there are influencers who built gigantic followings based on their conversations around body positivity, healing your relationship with food and with exercise, who have now done a complete 180 and are now talking about weight loss medications, weight loss surgeries, and just like being on a weight loss journey in general, literally just making coffee or eating their breakfast, talking about the shit is insane.
Okay. So I get what she's saying. On first look, it does seem really deceptive that they built this brand about loving themselves and healing this relationship with food they had if they had EDs. Now, at the same time, isn't it possible that they healed their relationship with food enough and their relationship with exercise that now they're in a position to lose weight in a healthy manner? I just don't think that fat acceptance believes this because they don't actually think it's possible to lose weight healthily. So when they see this happening, they're like, oh my God, they've done it on 180. But in reality, perhaps they're just finally at a place in their lives where they can actually do this.
That should literally be illegal. The fact that there's one particular influencer who built over 300,000 followers talking about her ED recovery journey and is now every single day talking about the fact that she's intentionally losing weight to those same exact followers. You have to be out of your my brain I can't wrap my head around. Like, I've had to unfollow so many of my mutuals because this behavior is just so despicable. I really thought that the people in my mutual circle were the real ones. You're fake.
You know what I think is really terrible and kind of proves that you're losing your mind is that you think that you have any power or control over how other people want to live their lives and what they want to do with their body. I'm not out here supporting EDs. Obviously, EDs are terrible. I've never had an ED, but I've had friends who've had them on both sides of the spectrum. And when we talk about it, it's kind of the same thing. You need to be at a healthy weight, and those healthy weight standards do exist. And also, you don't know who these people are working with. Are they working with a doctor? Are they working with somebody who's like an ED specialist? Because they might be losing weight in a manner that's not triggering their ED. Maybe they did enough work on their mental health that they can do that. Because at the end of the day, whether you have an ED or not, if you are super morbidly obese, you're still unhealthy. And it kind of sucks that fat acceptance is in this position where everybody's saying they have an ED and they think the only way that they can be healthy mentally is by living at a higher body fat percentage. And I don't know who told them that. I think it was just other FA community members, but I really don't think a doctor would agree. Okay, so let's go to the next video. So it says in this video here, which I've muted, seeing another plus-size influencer lose weight just to turn around and blame the body-positive community. Well, they're probably blaming the body-positive community because they remained so overweight for so long because they were told it was okay and that it was healthy. And then when they got older, they realized how crappy they felt and how their body was probably falling apart, how their health was falling apart. And they're like, geez, why didn't I start working on this so much sooner? And it does get harder to lose weight the older that you get. Let's go on to our next video.
Has your favorite fat positive, body positive influencer entered their Ozempic era? And if they have, has it been kind of upsetting and frustrating towards you? Have you felt kind of like, man, I was baited and switched? Or like you maybe have some level of entitlement to reach out and tell them how ashamed you are of them? First of all, I get it. Your feelings are valid. It's hard to see someone fall victim to fat phobia.
Okay, so I want to say really quick, I don't technically support Ozempic, but I'm also not going to tell somebody who's on it who maybe needs it for health issues to get off of it. You can see my concerns listed in my other videos. That being said, if you actually are an Ozempic, it's prescribed to you usually by a doctor. I mean, obviously there's like compounding pharmacies and all that weird stuff we saw in South Park. But let's say the average person is getting it from their doctor and they're being monitored by their doctor. Isn't it better to be losing weight in a medically sanctioned, like medically controlled and like observed way than to just be doing willy-nilly out in the world? Like, I'm still for diet and exercise, but I'm following like standards, that are known, like calorie deficits, but not too extreme, right? Exercise, but not too extreme. So if somebody's on Ozempic, I'm not gonna be like, you're being reckless with your health, because clearly they're working with a doctor. So I'm not really sure what point she's making here in regards to that, but I guess we'll see. Let's go continue on.
And we're entering the rise of heroin chic once again, and people will be engaging in intentional weight loss to fit in.
Who's the most popular pop star right now? Is it Miss Taylor Swift? My fave. Yes, it is. Have you seen how Jack Taylor got while she was off to get ready for tour? She is fit AF. She's got muscle on her arms. She does a whole like muscle pose during her show. Her legs are phenomenal. They're thick and they're strong, and that's the body standard that people are looking up to now. That's not heroin chic. That's not Ally McBeal of the 1990s. Now, I totally get the backlash against fat acceptance where people are like, yeah, I gotta lose weight again. And maybe you're gonna have some celebrities who are always gonna be a little bit underweight or a lot underweight, but that's not the person that everybody's looking up to right now. Everybody's actually going to the gym. They're trying to build muscle. Building muscle and looking muscular, not like super, super muscular, but looking toned, is highly desirable right now. Not heroin chic. And also, intentional weight loss is not fat phobic. Caring for yourself is not fat phobic. We all watch Gabrielle Lozano. Loving yourself and wanting your body to be healthy is normal.
And it's important to remember that influencers on the internet, just because we've put them on a pedestal, they don't actually owe us anything. They don't owe us fat positivity because they once showed up in a fat positive manner. They don't owe us an explanation as to why they're engaging in intentional weight loss. They owe us nothing. And choosing to reach out to shame them doesn't affect any change, because shame is never an effective agent of change. At the end of the day, just keep doing your thing, because you know intentional weight loss never works and they'll eventually come back around.
So I was agreeing with her for a bit there, saying like just leave them alone because they don't owe you anything. But that last dig at the end saying intentional weight loss never works, gaslighting, completely wrong. Yes, there's like a study that like within 5 years, a lot of people do regain their weight. And that's usually because the weight loss programs they're in are very drastic, very severe, very dire. They're not sustainable. If you do a sustainable diet and exercise where you're not doing extreme things and you're losing weight slowly over a long period of time, it's so much easier. Come back and see me in 5 years. I might be still losing weight, but I will guarantee you I haven't regained it. It's been 2 years so far of weight loss. So only got 3 more years to go. Okay, in this last video, we're going to take a look at kind of interesting, it's a little bit longer. Let's watch.
I've been seeing a lot of think pieces about people mad at these plus size influencers who are deciding to lose weight. First of all, how crazy does that sound? Second of all, the people saying this are typically not like as plus size as these people who are they're talking about. So you're not in the body of these people who are carrying all this extra weight on their ankles, on their feet, on their knees. You're not at the doctor with them for their high blood pressure, taking all these medicines for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, because let's not act like that's not a result of being overweight.
Yeah, so I want to bring up what she said here. Like, if you look at my fat liberation video, 2 of the 3 videos I showed were too thin people saying you don't need to lose weight and that weight is not correlated with health. Of course they wouldn't think that. They've never been super morbidly obese. They haven't had to live with it. It's when you're 347 pounds like I used to be, kind of hurts to walk around, hurts to go up and down the stairs. Makes kind of like working and all these other things kind of hard. That's why I started losing weight. I've now lost over 75 pounds and I'm hoping to lose more. Hopefully by the end of the month I can give an update, or end of next month I can give a certificate update. We'll have to wait and see. Is my life easier now physically since losing those 75 pounds? Yes, even though I'm still very overweight and still obese, it's actually a lot easier.
The only thing these people need is congratulations, because do you know how much mental work it is to lose weight? You can have all the tools. I know people that had weight loss surgery multiple times, still ain't lost no weight. Plenty of people that tried Ozempic, still ain't lost no weight. It doesn't matter all the tools you have. You have to be ready up here. And that takes so much work. I've tried I don't know how many times to lose weight before and it never worked for me until I was ready up here. I mean, I had a little Ozempic too, but you still got to do the work. It ain't a magic tool. So yeah. We should just congratulate these people that are wanting to lose weight and change their lives and better themselves and live longer, because, hello. Anyway, yeah, okay, bye.
Yeah, I thought she had a great point there. I know for myself personally, one of the reasons why I struggled to lose weight prior to this time is because I wasn't mentally ready to do so. That is absolutely right. I was depressed. I was having issues with diseases I didn't know I had. I had to get diagnosed with them. Those diseases happen to cause mental health issues. Now that I'm treated for those issues, I'm doing so much better. Other people might have BEDs they need to work on first before they can even think about getting to a healthy physical state. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and it's about the singer. Her name is Nao. I'm guessing it's pronounced Nao. It's spelled N-A-O. She is from England, and she used to be very overweight. And people got a little mad that she started to lose weight. And I don't have a video on it, but I do have some interesting tweets that I was able to screenshot. Basically, though, she was responding to a tweet which was then deleted, and she says, "Am I only as valuable as an inspiration as my heaviest weight?" It's a good question. Is she only valuable because she looks like you? Why must I be at my heaviest to appease somebody, B-I-T-C-H-E-S? Am I not still fat? To assume that I've fallen into diet culture, like I'm not solid effing proof that someone can be unapologetic and authentic at any size, is insane because I never gave an F. I like to be fly regardless of size of the spaceship. But check this. For the plethora of reasons why someone might lose weight, none of them are your effing business. So we can just dead this tired argument right here. So she's basically saying, I can lose weight for whatever reason I want. You don't know the reason I lost weight, and it's none of your business. And you also are not in a position to tell me I can't lose weight because I'm my own person. This is my body. F off. And someone responded, "This was such a nasty response to what read to me as a genuine and valid comment on the pivot from your original marketing strategy." Marketing strategy. Her being fat was a marketing strategy. These people were insane. And she replied, "My marketing strategy? Oh, y'all have lost the plot. My existence is not a effing marketing strategy, and I am not a product for you to consume. If you think I ever presented myself online as a fat woman just for you to put me in a box I must never get out of, or a weight I can never balance from, then your ideologies on fatness are flawed, and that's a problem I or anyone else can't help you with except maybe a therapist or a TikTok video." That's an amazing burn. That was so perfectly said. And she's absolutely right. Your ideology must be flawed if you think that you have any control over her body or can criticize her for her body in that way. Nobody who's at a healthy weight should ever be criticized for getting to that healthy weight. I mean, obviously if they're doing so in an extremely unhealthy manner, but you have no idea how she did it, so you can't criticize her for it. And she says, "But if you want to go that route and talk about pivoting, when I first went viral at 19 years old and gained all my popularity, I was 300 pounds. Over the course of my career, as I grew older, especially during COVID, I gained over 150 pounds. I am now 312 pounds. Please never address me again." So she's basically saying, I've gained weight and I've lost weight, and y'all didn't say anything when I gained weight. Adele said, "I don't exist to validate how people feel about their bodies," and that's exactly what the fat acceptance crowd needs to hear. One influencer at a time. Good for you. So this person is complimenting her, and they're absolutely right. Like, people, especially today, have such a weird social, what do they call that, parasocial relationship with influencers and celebrities, so they think that, they owe them their fatness. It's insane. They owe you their politics, they owe you their body size, they owe you their relationships. I mean, if you listen to Taylor Swift's new album, she has a song on there basically calling out her fans for saying, "You can't tell me who to date." And because her fans were writing open letters called "Speak Up Now" to tell her stop dating certain people. It's basically the same thing as this. These people are their own people. They make you a product, which is not them, even though they are technically a part of it, selling it to you. The music is the product. The acting is the product. Anyways, what do you guys think about this? Do you think it's as crazy as I think it is? It always comes back to what I say all the time. Bad acceptance is about control. They can't control themselves, so they want to control you. That's basically the gist of it. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and let me know what you think. Comment down below, like, subscribe if you're so inclined, and I'll talk to you later.